Mom thought blood would stain this shirt. I showed her there was no stain to be seen. So continuing in the Life Scout badge tradition of not having a story prepared for said Life Scout badge, I present to you sandcastles. Sandcastles, I feel like, are something that's just a part of almost every person's childhood. We didn't even live near a beach where I grew up, and yet I still made sandcastles. Want to know how? Okay, here's how I did it. So, growing up in Minnesota, there's not any real beaches. People will tell you I'm going to the beach, but what they really mean is they're going to the fucking lake. Okay, that is a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, but needless to say, lakes don't have beaches. Stop calling them that. You sound like a fucking idiot when you call it that. Moving on. Seeing as there was no real beaches near me, I didn't have much of options to make sandcastles. But when you got sand, you make a castle. So this is how I did it, and I'm sure plenty of people have done this before. And if you haven't, well then now you know. In the case of Minnesota, where you in fact can go to a beach where there is in fact sand. Should almost use quotations for that too. So growing up, there was a park that was within walking distance of my house, and sometimes I would talk my grandmother into taking me there. And at said park, it was filled with sand. So anyways, building a sandcastle out of sand in a park isn't as hard as you'd think. You simply just dig down until you find wet sand. Somehow it's just always there. So that's what I would do. I would just dig down, or me and my friends, whoever, we would just dig down into the sand until we found the wet sand, and then we'd put it like in the little buckets and then just put it together. Now, I never made like an immaculate sandcastle, like ones that should be honored in history as being some of the greatest architectural designs of our lives. But I did, just have like pre-designed little castle like cone things, and I just put them together, and sometimes I'd like try stacking them on top of each other, and I'd usually find like a little tiny twig and like set it in there and make it a flag, or I'd attempt to. And so, I mean, yeah, that was basically the extent of it. Sometimes I would like bring little like Pokemon toys and like do that, or like, bring Batman, Spider-Man, like fuck shit up.